So this weekend we are back with another wrestling games news roundup. Lots of unexpected update for the AEW Fight Forever game. How to get some brand new alternate unlocks for WWE 2K22, new locker code, and of course all the updates that you guys need to know. Make sure to drop a like if you end up enjoying the content, and let's get right into it. And let's kick this off with other latest for the AEW console game, AEW Fight Forever. Kenny Omega dropped a bunch of updates, many of which we weren't even expecting yet. Most recently and very casually, Kenny Omega ended up confirming that the publisher for AEW Fight Forever will indeed be THQ. Co-executive vice president Kenny Omega simply answered the question. He didn't necessarily elaborate on the full partnership that they have with THQ, but then he did confirm that they are the publisher. Right now, THQ works a little bit different than back in the day. Obviously, their team is not the same that ended up publishing the SmackDown vs. Raw series, but it's good that AEW Fight Forever now has a known publisher. It is a bit odd though that THQ hasn't announced anything yet. Maybe this was a slip out by Kenny Omega. Regardless, around last month, we did got these reports that this could be happening, as Fightful reported that this could be what happens, that THQ could be publishing the game. Now Kenny Omega just confirmed all of that, but it's weird that we just didn't get a full big reveal for it. Maybe they're waiting it out for next month in August, as THQ Nordic is said to have a big show presentation. So maybe all of this could be one of the big announcements and hopefully that next reveal for the game that we get. Next trailer slash gameplay or even roster reveal. Talking about the roster, recently Kenny Omega also confirmed that Cody Rhodes will be part of AEW Fight Forever. He stated this may come as a surprise to people, but Cody is still in the game. I was very passionate about making sure his legacy and position within the company were preserved. We have built this game from the ground up, starting everything from scratch. That's why I thought this game could coincide with the birth of this company. You get to experience AEW from the beginning, from day one. The game is going to reflect a lot of that, even though our locker room is ever changing, which could also mean that some superstars that have been either let go or contract expired with AEW, by the time the game comes around, they might still make it to the game. It's certainly going to be crazy having Cody Rhodes in that new AEW game and probably WWE 2K23 whenever that comes out. Cody already teased that WWE games could be doing something special, which could again just be him being part of 2K23. Talking about releases, that is one thing Kenny Omega didn't necessarily specify. There were reports that they were trying to get the game out by September or just sometime late this year. Hopefully we get to hear about that more soon. In an in-depth interview with Fightful, he did discuss many of the creative designs and challenges that they've been going through development and how all of that is advancing. He stated the following: "It is great that people are excited. That makes me happy. It was really challenging because I wasn't sure what I could do, what I could be able to do from a creative design standpoint. How I communicate my ideas. Are they going to be understood? Are my ideas too broad or too much for the budget? These are things I never knew going into the project. It is now to the point where we have talked about what we can do and what we have the time and budget for." He went on to indicate that the creative process is almost complete, where they know how matches are going to play out, how they're going to flow. They know the system, the action and reaction type of stuff. It is now in a process of being tuned and finely tuned from there. It's incredible the amount of work that Ukes is putting within a 24-hour period. It just seems like out of nowhere a light switch went off and they went into hyper mode. It was a challenge to attempt to make a brand new wrestling game from the ground up during the COVID era. It was very challenging. It got to a point where it seemed bleak and maybe we would never release this thing, but we kinda got past that, and with the go-getters Ayukes and the guys on our side, we can be on schedule to make sure we get this game out by this year. Hopefully, fingers crossed. So again, he mentioned the release being for sometime this year. That is what they're aiming for, but of course there is no specifics. Switching up with all the latest updates for WWE 2K22 and some brand new unlocks that you guys are able to get your hands on right now. We got ourselves a brand new locker code. This is actually the second one this week to celebrate the money in the bank. Typing in MITB briefcase will end up giving giving you 2,500 My Faction points and a silver contract. This will expire by the end of this weekend, so make sure you cash in quick. And since it is Money in the Bank weekend, the Money in the Bank packs have also dropped, featuring Ruby, Carmella, and The Miz, Sapphire, Asuka, and Otis, and Emerald, Biggie, and Nikki Almost a Superhero. It's kind of crazy to me how some of these packs continue to get more expensive, and they still don't feature diamond cards. Now, you probably thought we're done with My Faction, but we're not. Since it is the beginning of the new month, there is new Faction Awards rewards, and those packs, they added Ruby, Trent Seven, Sapphire, Kylie Ray, and Jinder Mahal, and Emerald, Drew McIntyre. But wait, we're not done yet. There is actually some My Faction good news, I guess, as within the mode there is a brand new New Day set featuring their 2017 models, which includes this beerless Xavier Woods. It's good news because of course people are gonna find ways to upload these to community creation, and you can actually get your hands on these right now. Make sure to use the hashtag on the screen right now. They were uploaded by Wrestle Sharpshooter Ultra, and as we mentioned before, hopefully in the future we don't have to go through all of this. We really need that update where if we unlock something in My Faction, we are able to use it everywhere else. Personally, that will make me play My Faction, so it's odd that we haven't gotten it yet. This week we got the release of the Clowning Around DLC pack, and trust me, I know a lot of you guys have mentioned the fact that the Ronda Rousey theme song is not available elsewhere. You can even select it in the jukebox to make sure it's part of your playlist. This is a bit unfortunate, and it is something that 2K is aware of. We're still waiting for a specific explanation of why exactly this is happening. If we get an update, and hopefully we do, I'll let you guys know. And while we're talking about it, let me know down in the comments below how you enjoying this last DLC. Personally, I've been having some fun with it, but I'm very much excited for that last DLC because it is the one I think all of us been waiting for. That next DLC pack is the whole damn pack, coming out on July 19, so just in over 2 weeks, featuring Logan Paul, who just signed a brand new contract with WWE, MGK, LA Knight, who of course is going to be outdated because now he is Max Dupree, Xia Li, Commander Aziz, and the 5-star main event himself, Rob Van Dam. Again, with that DLC pack releasing on July 19, of course expect an update on July 18. I love the fact that we've been getting an update right before the DLC, but with the state that the game is in right now, I wish we were getting updates more often, every 2 weeks or every week and a half, with just a bunch of fixes here and there. That is all the latest that I got for you guys on this week's wrestling news roundup. As always, to be up to date, make sure to elbow drop a like on this video. If you want more WWE 2K22 content, and make sure to check out one of the videos being suggested to you right now. I'll catch you on that next one, so stay savage.